Have you ever felt like you were living in a glitch? You change your job because your boss was unbearable, only to find that your new boss has the exact same personality, just a different name. You end a toxic relationship, swearing you'll never go back, only to find yourself 6 months later having the exact same argument with a different person. You move to a new city for a fresh start, but the same bad luck seems to follow you through the terminal. Most people look at this and call it fate. They feel like the universe is striking them, like they are victims of a cosmic prank. They spend their energy fighting the bad luck, trying to dodge the blows of a capricious destiny. But in this laboratory, we don't believe in strikes. We believe in feedback loops. If the same problem keeps finding you, it isn't because the world is cruel. It's because the system hasn't detected a change in your internal information. You are trying to run high-level software on old, corrupted hardware. Today, we are opening the most important file in the laboratory, the law of evolution. We are going to explore why your life repeats itself, why problems are actually technical specifications, and how to finally graduate from the loops of suffering. Before we begin the diagnostic, we must activate our fundamental security protocol. Do not believe a single word of this session. Belief is a state of mental inertia. It's accepting a manual without ever opening the hood of the car. In the Universal Laws Lab, we only value verification. Take these principles, apply them to the specific friction in your life right now, and look at the data. If your internal peace increases and your external conflict dissolves, then, and only then, is the information functional. We deal in results, not dogmas. Let's look at the blueprint of your reality. To understand evolution, you must first stop seeing Earth as a place of judgment and start seeing it as a pedagogical simulator. It is a sophisticated, high-fidelity training ground designed for one purpose: to transform a state of total ignorance into total wisdom. Every experience you have is technically neutral. It only feels like a problem when it meets your lack of information. Think of a professional flight simulator. When a pilot in training encounters a simulated engine failure, they don't get angry at the machine. They don't scream, "Why is this happening to me?" They understand that the failure is a technical challenge designed to verify if they have the necessary information to keep the plane in the air. If they fail the simulation, the computer doesn't punish them. It simply restarts the level. It repeats the scenario over and over until the pilot handles the failure with absolute calm and precision. Your life is that simulator. The law of evolution dictates that the system will provide exactly the level of resistance you need, no more, no less. If your life feels heavy or difficult right now, it isn't a sign of failure. It is a sign that the simulator has increased the weight because it has detected that you are ready for a higher level of mastery. You are being pushed to evolve because you have already outgrown the easy levels. Here, we must make a vital distinction to understand our place in the system. We often confuse the law of nature with the law of evolution, and this confusion is where our energy leaks. Animals and plants follow the law of nature. It is a perfect instinctual script. Animals feel pain. Pain is a biological fault code, a necessary signal to protect the physical vehicle from damage. If an animal steps on a thorn, it feels pain, so it will pull its paw away. This is an instinctual mechanic for survival, and it is a gift of nature. But animals do not suffer. Suffering is a psychological phenomenon exclusive to the law of evolution. While pain is a reaction to a physical stimulus, Suffering is the result of resisting reality. An animal feels pain when injured, but it doesn't spend 3 years traumatized, asking the universe why it shouldn't have happened or how unfair the thorn was. As humans, we have been granted a margin of error. We have the ability to go against the laws, to say no to reality. This is our greatest tool and our heaviest burden. Suffering is the check engine light of the soul. It tells you, you are trying to solve a level 5 problem with level 2 information. And remember, the animals are not stagnant. They are in their own grade of the school, learning to manage instinct and biology. They are building the foundation of intelligence that will eventually allow them to enter the human classroom. We are all students. We are just in different chapters of the same manual. This is the section where most people drain their vital energy, confusing their destiny with their mission. From a mechanical perspective, they are two completely different data sets. Destiny is your curriculum. It is everything you don't know yet. It consists of the situations that cause you friction, fear, or difficulty. If you struggle with finances, then abundance is part of your destiny. If you struggle with loneliness, then companionship is your lesson. Destiny is the difficult part of the simulator, the part designed to teach you. Fighting your destiny is like trying to jump to the last chapter of a book without reading the pages in between. You can't skip the learning. Mission, on the other hand, is what you already know. It is your area of service. It is where you are talented, where you feel at peace, and where you can help others without effort. Your mission is your rest area. Your destiny is your classroom. The reality mechanic doesn't fight destiny. He audits it. He looks at a crisis and asks, what specific piece of information is this situation trying to install in my firmware? Is it patience? Is it self-worth? Is it independence? The moment the information is integrated, the problem disappears because the simulator no longer needs to run that scenario. You have graduated. In physics, friction generates heat and wears down machinery. In the human experience, suffering is the equivalent of friction. It is an energetic signal that you are resisting the law of evolution. There are 4 specific paths through which the simulator teaches us. Identifying your current path is like checking your GPS. It tells you exactly how much repair work is needed. 1. The path of success. When you are in alignment, the system gives you green lights. This is a signal to keep going. You are in flow. 2. The path of difficulty. This is the soul gym. You face a challenge that requires effort and focus, but it doesn't break you. You are building the muscle of wisdom. 3. The path of crisis. When you ignore the small signals, the system forces a total shutdown. This is a forced reboot to prevent you from permanently damaging your energy field. 4. The path of saturation. This is the most powerful state a mechanic can reach. It is when you are so tired of suffering that you become teachable. You drop your defenses, stop fighting the mirror, and finally ask, how does this work? Evolution is not optional. The universe has infinite patience and infinite resources to keep you in the same loop until you learn to manage your energy. You can learn through wisdom, observation, or through suffering, friction. Both lead to the same destination, but wisdom has a much lower cost to your vital energy. This week, we are going to change your relationship with problems. We are going to stop being the victim in the movie and start being the engineer watching the screen. Identify the biggest drama in your life right now. For the next 7 days, you are strictly prohibited from complaining about it. Instead, you will treat it as a technical specification. Sit with a notebook and ask, if this situation were a custom-made software update for my soul, what new feature is it trying to install? Am I learning to be at peace while others are in chaos? Am I learning to value myself regardless of my bank account? Write down the data. Notice how the weight of the problem changes the moment you view it as a classroom instead of a prison. You are not here to suffer. You are here to collect information. The simulator is perfect. The only error is the belief that things should be different than they are. Document your findings. Verify the law. We will be here to analyze the results in the next session. I am your guide. This is the Universal Laws Lab.